center. This is the watch along. Um, this is the live show, the watch along of the match going on between Manchester City and Arsenal Football Club in London. Arsenal is in Emirates Stadium, is where the match is currently going, and this is the first league game of the new year, and City have a chance to move 11 points clear at the top of the table with a win yesterday. ManCity, who are competing on a 10-match winning streak at the moment, are looking to keep their places to challenges at the arm's length by extending their run. It was actually this Monday for Arsenal when the sides met in August because they were trying to find close to them. Since then, Arsenal have competed brilliantly and are currently on a 5-game winning run themselves in all competitions. They are in good form as well, with victories in each of their last 5 league games at the Emirates, including clean sheets in each of the last 4. So, on the starting lineup for these two sides, we have on the Arsenal's side of things, we have still in goal, Tomiyasu in the front, Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Tierney. While in the midfield, you have Mate, we have Xhaka and Saka, while in attack, we have Odegaard, Martinelli, and Lacazette. For our Man City, who are coached by Pep Guardiola, their starting lineup reads Ederson, Morales, Cancelo, Diaz, Laporte, Ake, De Bruyne, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus, and Raheem Sterling. And we've had 4 minutes played in this first game of the new year 2022, and Man City are currently dominating as a close chance from Emerick Laporte just went off the post line from a corner kick, which they are right now. For the Arsenal side, they have their coach Mikel Arteta not on the sidelines today, down to a COVID-19 infection he got just a few days ago, and Arsenal are going into this match without their main coach on the sideline. I don't know if that's going to have any impact for the West Londoners. So as I've said before, City are currently seeing a whole lot of the ball in the opening minutes, but Arsenal are making it difficult for them by closing them down high upfield. Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard are trying their best to win balls back, but Manchester City, with their tiki-taka flow of football, do not give up possession as easy as that. But the game has been an open one in the first 5 to 6 opening minutes, and this game promises to be a very interesting one with goals on all sides. If we are to go by the evidence in the first leg, which ended 5 goals to 0 in favor of Manchester City. Although we've played just 8 minutes in this first half, but the possession reads 75% for Manchester City, while Arsenal has only managed to garner 24% of of the ball possession, which shows a very huge gap between how the game has been played on the blue side of the pitch and on the red side of the pitch. And Manchester City currently has one shot of target, while Arsenal has none of target or even on target. Total passes have been played in the first half reads ManCity 59, while Arsenal has had 20. Bukayo Saka is currently on the attacking right now, but his final pass into the box setting of Man City couldn't find any Arsenal player, and Manchester City are going to recover and are currently having an attack of their own, but Gabriel Jesus couldn't go past the middle of the pitch as Arsenal recovers the ball, and Thomas Partey finds Bukayo Saka, who controls beautifully and passes back for Arsenal to build again. Arsenal players are currently surrounding the referee because it seems like there might be the need for a call for penalty because Edison Morales were trying to give a huge cover against Martin Odegaard and making sure that the angle is tight for the Arsenal attacker to take an attempt at goal. Seems like his leg clashed with that of Odegaard, and the referee is currently waiting for the decision that will be made by VAR, who are currently having a second, third, and fourth look on that incident. There might be a goal for, sorry, it might be a penalty call for Arsenal, and it seems the VAR review is over, and the referee must have gotten this shown that there was no call for penalty right there because Arsenal are getting ready to take their first corner kick of the game, and that will be so disappointing for many Arsenal fans out there who think that should have been a penalty call. And the corner kick was taken low by Bukayo Saka, who couldn't find the head of any Arsenal player right there, and ManCity took care of that, and in a bit of a tussle, the ball went out for a throw-in, and Nathan Ake will be taking that for Manchester City. Manchester City are currently attacking Arsenal non-stop, and a quick corner kick from Kevin De Bruyne almost saw a goal for Man City, but Arsenal defense are proving stubborn, and with a whip from Raheem Sterling from outside of box 18, getting to the head of Ruben Diaz, but Ruben Diaz couldn't get that ball in as Pep Guardiola would want, and disappointment screams to the air. But that should have been a goal for Manchester City. They'll be so disappointed that didn't go in. Arsenal just missed a glorious chance right now. Arsenal just missed a glorious chance right now, and this game is proving to be a really blockbuster because Martinelli just had a beautiful chance right now to score, but couldn't get his ball past Ederson Morales, who covered very well at his near post, and Arsenal having a corner kick, their second corner kick of the game, and making sure that the fans really have a swell time because this is not just an Arsenal team that is just resting back, allowing ManCity play them out of possession, play them out of their breath, pushing as much as they can whenever they have the chance. And take a look again at that chance by Martinelli. I would say that was a really poor effort for Martinelli because as much effort as he put in running down the line to get past the ManCity back line, he did no good by having a very tame effort at the ball and making it easy for Ederson Morales to protect his goalpost right there. Man City will be glad with how this match are going because as much as they've tried to make some attacking efforts, their defense hasn't really been that tidy, and Man City and Arsenal are helping them out by not putting into use these rare chances that they've gotten in this 17 going to 18 first half minutes that have been spent so far. A quick look at how the Premier League table looks right now for both teams that are playing right now. As Manchester City topping the English Premier League table with 51 points, while Arsenal are currently fourth with 36 points. That's a mammoth 15 points difference between first and fourth. And a win for Arsenal in this match, you see them go to 39 points after playing 20 games, but they'll still be below Liverpool in the Premier League. And it seems like we might be having a goal from Man City, but Kevin De Bruyne couldn't turn that in as his attempt from inside the box. It's in a curved. Just some meters out of the box it's in, but his efforts just went wide off the far the far right post of the Arsenal goal post. But I think I should just mention this. This is a match between two brilliant sides, two brilliant Premier League sides, because Arsenal has proven to be to be having a very important tour time at home this season. While Manchester City also are not relenting because, as I said before, they are currently on a 10-match winning run and have also been brilliant on the road. So this might this might be a game that promises goals, but it's also a game that might give us one or two goals at the end of 90 minutes. But either ways, I'm so sure without the goals, if the goals don't even come in, anyone watching this match right now will be enjoying themselves because both sides, both sides are really giving, giving as they get, trying to make those attacking runs as much as trying to defend against their opponents. Manchester City, as traditional and as customary, are trying to play out from the back despite the pressure that Arsenal are currently mounting. Martinelli wouldn't just allow that count, and the referee just blew for a free kick against Martinelli for his tackle on Bernardo Silva. Time and again in this season, Bernardo Silva has proven to be one of the best players for Man City, as every attacking attempt from Man City side seems to like start off from him. And this is so funny because this Bernardo Silva was almost on the verge of being sold at the beginning of this season because of he felt he was coming off a season that he actually struggled. He had struggled last season, and his place in the team wasn't seeming registered enough for him to think he's going to have a very important role to play for Man City in this new campaign. But Pep Guardiola will be so grateful he didn't sell the Portuguese, because he has been one of his best players, scoring goals, giving assists, and making those dazzling, speedy dribbles and runs for the noisy neighbors, the citizens. well, before this match, I actually felt the absence of Mikel Arteta on the sidelines caused by the COVID-19 pandemic would affect the Arsenal side psychologically and even tactically. But they've proven that with the absence of their coach in sideline wouldn't have any adverse effect on them, because as much as they've been able to absorb the amount of pressure that has been thrown at them by the Man City side, they've also have given their own they've given their own weight also. They've put their own weight also with their own amount of pressure, because for the past 3 minutes right now of the game, Arsenal has actually had Man City on the back foot, and Man City will be glad right now for this little breath of space that they just enjoy right now. Because if this had continued for the next 2 minutes again, we might be having the first goal. We might have had the first goal for Arsenal, who don't seem like a team without a coach currently. I think it's by God's grace that Man City are um, not on the trail of Arsenal in this game, because time and again. Sorry for that break in transition. Man City will be glad right now that this match still reads 0-0, because they have they were before now pinned back by this Arsenal bunch in their own half. Raheem Sterling just tried to be an hero, just tried to be a hero right now, as his attempt to have a drive at the Arsenal defense was cut short brilliantly by an Arsenal defender. But I think there should have been a call for a free kick right there, but the referee thinks that was a that was a legit attempt to take the ball off Raheem Sterling, and Arsenal would take the ball right now and go attacking at Manchester City's bunch. and Arsenal just scores the first goal, and it's a brilliant one from Bukayo Saka, who has Bukayo Saka, who has scored the first goal for Arsenal in this new year 2022, and has got the Gunners having a dream start to the 2022 new year, as is a goal scored on the 38th minute, and might be the goal that will switch the pendulum to the Arsenal side, because for the past few minutes of this game, I've said it, they've been able to pin Manchester City right at the back, and Manchester City's defense have seemed shaky, not being able to cover and take down those passes that Arsenal has been throwing from the wings, from Tierney to Martinelli to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka just took a one-time shot, a one-time attempt, and it goes back Ederson. It goes past Ederson Morales, and Ederson Morales would be really sad, because as much as he has tried to keep Man City in this game, Man City's defense just has proven to be as bad as bad will always sound for you as a fan. Arsenal fans are currently celebrating right now because they are on a cruise in this first half, and if they can continue this form in the second half, there might be an upset. I say an upset because only few would predict that an Arsenal team would defeat a Manchester team who has proven over the stretch of 10 games that they are on for a fifth Premier League trophy in 6 years. Is it a fifth or a fourth? Is it a fourth Premier League trophy in 6 years? And if Man City ends up losing this match, it used to be their first loss since the month of October in 2021. That would be very impressive for this Arsenal side, and also it would be a chance for them to revenge against the 5-0 scoreline they suffered at the beginning of the season. Manchester City are currently trying to get back into the game as at a one-time chance from Gabriel Jesus just tried the ball to Kevin De Bruyne, who would have made a very brilliant run at the Arsenal defense. Just delayed with few seconds, and Kevin De Bruyne unfortunately got into the offside position and just thought that there was no point getting the ball because nonetheless the ref would have gone for an offside. And in a quick switch of position, Arsenal almost doubled their chance, and Martinelli, with a beautiful attempt from outside the box 18, could only see his attempt go wide off the goalpost. And only luck right now is still keeping ManCity in this game because this match is turning out to be a one-sided affair with ManCity having all the ball possession, but Arsenal being more of the efficient one, trying to take their chances as it comes, while ManCity has had little to no chance this game because as the start reads, ManCity currently has no shot on target but 3 shots off target, while Arsenal has had 1 shot off target, 2 shots on target, and one of those 2 shots ended up as the goal we have right now in this game. Arsenal players are truly enjoying themselves in this one, and the Arsenal fans are also joining in the party because for anyone watching this game right now, you would observe how the ambience of the stadium is so loud and very, very beautiful and colorful. Any Arsenal fan should be proud of this Arsenal team because of how gallant and how brilliant and how impressive they've played in this first half. The backline of Arsenal has truly proven to be a rock solid bunch for this Arsenal side. The quartet of Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Kieran Tierney have really pushed or handled whatever this attacking side of ManCity has thrown at them. Because how many sides in Europe, or more or less, how many sides in England can put this ManCity's brilliant attack side? And that was almost a second goal for Arsenal. Martinelli time and again, having chances upon chances, but can't just get his attempt into the goal post, and the Arsenal fans wailed in disappointment, but still applauded the Brazilian for a very brilliant run, despite the fact that it seemed to have received a boot to his leg. He received a boot to his leg from a Man City defender. but was still able to hold his own and have that run that almost ended up being a goal for Arsenal. Arsenal should have been leading by 3 goals to 0 right now if we should go by how this first half has gone. But Manchester City will be glad that they've not gone 3 goals down, despite the fact that they've not had they've had no shot on target in this first half. We have less than 2 minutes to go before the first half break. Before the referee blows the whistle for the first half break, Pep Guardiola, what is he going to do in the second half? What is he going to tell his boys? Only 45 minutes to play in the second half. We might know. The Arsenal fans in the stadium are applauding every attempt and every defense and every attacking and defensive attempt that these Arsenal sides are currently making. I would say this is one of the influencing factor for Arsenal for how they've played in this first half, because when you have your supporting side at your back and making the right noises, it can prove to be a very good influence on how you play on the pitch. One might say maybe it's the noise from these Arsenal fans that have impacted how poorly ManCity has performed in this first half. Because how many times in this season have you seen a ManCity side play all for the 5 minutes without having any shot on target? Try thinking about it. I'm so sure you will find none. But this Arsenal side without Mikel Arteta on the sidelines have done the exceptional. We have 2 minutes added on the 45 minutes already spent in this first half, and with 38 seconds now spent of the 2 minutes, we have less than 1 minute to go for the break. Kevin De Bruyne will be taking a corner kick right now for ManCity. Whose cross into the Arsenal's defense was heroically gathered by Aaron Ramsdale, who has had a swell time in this first half, because he has had close to no challenge from this Man City side, because just as the start has shown us, they've had no shot on target, which means Martinelli has more or less had a holiday of his session in this first half. The referee blows for a free kick against Arsenal, and Kevin De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez with the swing in, but his ball could only go as far as being knocked off by an Arsenal defender, and the referee blows for a second half. In summary, this match has actually been an interesting one, and more interesting for Arsenal fans within and around the world, because this Arsenal side, despite the fact that they have their coach currently off the sidelines because of COVID-19, seem like a very impressive bunch for how they've been able to switch defense to attack in the first 15 minutes, and from the first 15 minutes, from that 15th minute time of the first half to the 45th minute in this first half, they've had Man City on the back foot. How many times do you find the time pushing Man City on the back foot, pushing Man City, having Man City not having at least one shot on target? How many times can you count? How many times can you count an instance like this happening? But Arsenal has proven that even without the coach, even without their first team coach, they can still do something impressive. And Arsenal currently leads 1 goal to 0, and this will be the first time they'll be leading against Man City in the first half in the past 7 years. That's how bad of record they've had against the citizens. Well, records are just numbers, and numbers can only be written. Man City leads in this first half by a goal to 0, by a goal scored by Bukayo Saka and assisted by Kieran Tierney. Welcome back to the second half of this game between Manchester City and Arsenal, and it's Arsenal 1, Manchester City nil. A goal scored by Bukayo Saka on the 38th minute, of the match. And it was the first half that surely will get Pep Guardiola thinking and sad at the same time, because he'll be wondering what else can he do or what can change in the second half of Man City, who, despite having the bunch of Bernardo Silva, Bernardo Silva, Gabriel Jesus, Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling in the attack. While in midfield he had um, in midfield he had Rodri, De Bruyne, and the likes of the likes of Rodri, De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva. Still, Man City still look like a team that will struggle and will struggle well against the coachless Arsenal side. We spent 4 minutes in the second half, and Arsenal, just as they were in the first half, are ahead. They are ahead possession-wise and momentum-wise. Bukayo Saka will be taking the first corner kick for Arsenal in this second 45 minutes. And his whipping could only be cleared as close as possible by the Man City defense, who are struggling to keep Arsenal at bay, because even Gabriel Jesus right now, who has been at the front all through since the first whistle was blown, seemed to be contributing to the defensive works today. That's an evidence of how Arsenal has really pushed Man City backward. But with the Man City side filled with arrays of stars, you can never put them up. And Man City dangerously still, despite the amount of pressure they are faced with, are still playing from back. It was almost Ederson Morales. I don't just understand where he gets his confidence from, because no matter the amount of pressure that is put on him, he is not the kind of goalkeeper that you will see hitting the ball as hard as possible deep in on the pitch. You will still try to find that nearest Man City defender to give the ball to. That could give a very positive vibe in many situations, but not in the situation that Man City are currently down in spirit and down in momentum. The way Arsenal is currently playing the second half, or in this match entirely, wasn't in my script at all, because I thought this might be another whitewash for Man City. But Man City on the ascendancy right now, with Raheem Sterling trying to beat his opponents, but could not be pushed back, and he tries to find Kevin De Bruyne. And Kevin De Bruyne gets the ball, Jan Cancelo to Riyad Mahrez, and Bernardo Silva, who is trying to beat his defender, and he did, and a penalty call, but the referee thinks that was an easy attempt and a very it thinks that's a baby cry from Bernardo Silva to win a penalty for Manchester City. But a second look at that incident, I think, as much as it looks very soft, Granit Xhaka actually had the shirt of Bernardo Silva being tugged and pulled, but I still feel Bernardo Silva saw that this could be a chance for Manchester to win a penalty, and then add a bit more of theatrics to it. But the VAR is currently reviewing the incident, and the referee is awaiting the decision from the assistant referees. Pep Guardiola is currently off his seat, and would want this incident to be beneficial for his side, as a penalty for Man City at this point of the match could spark up a very wild second half for us as fans, and I feel for football fans who are no fans of both sides running on the pitch, would really enjoy seeing a wild second half with with some bunch of goals being scored. The referee is having a look at it right now, and he has made a decision, and it seems he has given the penalty. Yeah, he has given the penalty. It thinks the shared target from Ganishaka on Benasiba is worthy of being called an offense, and he has given Ganishaka a straight yellow card. And ManCity has a chance to equalize, and get this match back on a level. ManCity has a chance to level the scoreline now, as the referee is still struggling to contain the anger, that the pressure and temperature that is rising in this match, as the referee is speaking to both Lacazette and Ruben Diaz, who seem like the figurehead in the scuffle that almost transpired right now. I said again, I guess it was stupid from Granit Xhaka for how he tried defending against Bernardo Silva. This is a guy who is as tricky as fuck. He would weasel past you, and at the slight chance that he gets, with the simplest of touch against him, he's going to go on the ground, and he really saw that, and the referee thinks it's enough for a penalty. And Riyad Mahrez will be taking this penalty. Is he going to score? In the next few seconds, we will know. Ramsdale in the goalpost, and it's a goal. ManCity are back. ManCity are currently level 1-1 with Arsenal, and it was a brilliant penalty from Riyad Mahrez, who sends a Ramsdale the other way as his ball got in into the right hand side of the post, while Ramsdale could only dive left, and painfully so could only look as the ball goes in to his right. Manchester City are back, and as I said, this could spark a very wide second half. In this game. Pep Guardiola, as calm as you expect him to be, because this is not the Pep Guardiola's Man City that we've known all season. They really struggled, and they really struggled bad in the second half. I would understand him not showing any sign of emotion, either happiness or sadness, but that straight face. But it seems like whatever he said in the changing room in the first half, and there might be an own goal, but Nathan Ake, Man City really needs to pay Nathan Ake 3 times, 4 times over, because Aymeric Laporte almost scored an embarrassing second goal and an own goal, which would have been for him if this ball had gone in. But all thanks to Nathan Ake, who speeds up, launched, and hit the ball from the goalpost line, and Pep Guardiola can only show amazement at how his side almost went behind after coming back 1-1. And it seems like there's an incident in the middle of the pitch, because Arsenal are currently 1 man down. Gabriel Magalhaes has been given a straight red card, and a look at that incident again, because that was a very cynical attempt by Gabriel to stop his counterpart Gabriel Jesus in the middle of the pitch, as he was just trying to stop the run of okay, since that was the second yellow card and a red card for Gabriel Magalhaes, who, while trying to stop Gabriel Jesus in the middle of the park, in the middle of the pitch, could only wrap his hand around him and hit Gabriel Jesus in the face, who went rolling on the floor. And the referee thinks that incident is worthy of a second yellow card and a red card for Gabriel Magalhaes. This incident right now will get the Arsenal coaching staff thinking, what can we do to upturn this match that seems like it's going off their grasp right now. ManCity, Arsenal at the beginning of the second half seemed like a team that will continue from where they stopped in the second half, but ManCity are having a chance now to take this game to Arsenal, who are currently one man down, and Arsenal fans can only hope that this match don't turn out to be a whitewash for them, as it seems like the spirit in the stadium that was at 100 decibel before is going down to 80, 70, or even a 60 decibel right now. ManCity has the opportunity, they have the upper hand right now because they are one man better than Arsenal and have gone level 1-1 from a goal scored from the penalty spot by Riyad Mahrez. And maybe we'll see a ManCity side that we've known all season long. So while ManCity are currently trying to bring Ike Gundogan into the pitch, the red card by Gabriel Magalhaes has made the Arsenal side try also to bring in Rob Holding, the player that has been brought off by ManCity for Ike Gundogan is Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus has been brought off for Ike Gundogan. While Martin Odegaard has been brought off for Rob Holding. This match is turning out to be a messy one because the referee is just throwing and giving out cards after cards in the second half because the Arsenal bunch thinks Rodri deserves to be carded for his tackle on Alexander Lacazette, but I think they showed too much aggressiveness, and Bukayo Saka has been carded by the referee for showing too much of aggressiveness against the referee. You just don't go disrespecting the referee the way Bukayo Saka just did, and I think it's fitting that he has been given a warning by the referee, and by warning he has received a yellow card right now, and Arsenal really needs to check to check their attitude because they can't afford to go 2 man down, while Man City are looking like it's are coming back into this game. So defensively, it seems like Arsenal are really opening up for Man City's attack because um, scenes that we've not seen in the first half, Man City are currently um, enjoying their one-man advantage here against Arsenal right now because if their second goal isn't coming anytime soon, I wonder when it's going to come in. As Arsenal are getting ready to have Emily Smith-Rowe coming into the pitch right now and see what he can do attacking wise for this Arsenal bunch. And a deep pass in for Bernardo Silva could only get into the hands of Aaron Ramsdale, who, who will start off the attack for Arsenal again, and Man City will defend. I guess this is one of the most disjointed performance from Man City you will see this season. Um, it seems like the communication line, the smooth passes, the smooth communication, the smooth tiki taka you see from Man City this that you've enjoyed from Man City this season in this match seems to have like evaporated. You want to wonder where has the Man City that we've known be in this game. Kevin De Bruyne has been fouled by Arsenal, and it seems like another card will be dashed out by the referee as Rob Odin, who was just brought in to choke up the defense of Arsenal after the red card given to Gabriel Magalhaes, has earned his own first warning of this game, as the referee thinks his attempt to stop Kevin De Bruyne while speeding off for an impressive attack against Arsenal is too much, and he duly received his yellow card of the game. We are now in the 78th minute of the match, and the scoreline still reads Arsenal 1, ManCity 1. Bukayo Saka with Arsenal's goal, while Riyad Mahrez from the penalty spot equalized for ManCity in the second half. Yeah, Cancelo just with the ball in, open to meet the head of Ike Godigan, but the cross was just too high for the German to touch, and Man City will continue their attacking spree, while Emile Laporte's attempt to whip a ball from outside the box could only go out flying away from the goalpost of Arsenal, and Emile Smith-Rowe will be brought in for Alexander Lacazette. Who will be stepping out? Who will be stepping out, giving the captain handbag to Granit Xhaka, and Emile Smith-Rowe has been brought in, and he has proven to be one of Arsenal's bright side in this bright player in this season, after some series of substitutes, golden substitute performances, because he seemed to be one of those players that will remind you of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when he was still a player. Come in, do the damage, score goals, make assists. Maybe he can give a little bit of those performances that we've known him to give this season against this Manchester side, and Arsenal fans all around the world will be glad if he can do so. Bernardo Silva to Gundogan, but Gundogan, only if he has gotten his leg on that ball, we might have had the second goal right now for Man City. Arsenal defense covered so well, and Man City again on the attack. Riyad Mahrez with the drive in beat his defender, but it seems the ball is out for a goal kick, while he informed the referee that that ball by Riyad Mahrez has gone out for a goal kick. As the camera currently pans on Man City fans and Pep Guardiola, who isn't as vociferous as you know them to be. Maybe that's down to the fact that they are currently away, and the number of fans that they will have for sure will be less compared to that of Arsenal supporters, who has really been so loud and supportive of this Arsenal side in this match. Current stat reads 7 attempts respectively by both sides, while Arsenal has had 2 and Man City with only 1, which was the goal they scored from the penalty spot. This has generally been a very poor performance from Man City side by their standard. Bernardo Silva's cheeky attempt to score against Aaron Ramsdale just couldn't go past the Englishman, who will be glad as to how that ball was, or that attempt was taken by Bernardo Silva. So a look at the bench for both sides. you want to have a look at the bench for both sides and see what changes could be made that would change the fate of this game. On the Man City side, they have Jack Grealish on the bench. Jack Grealish, they have Luke Mbente, they have James McCarthy, they have Kik Chagas, they have Kopama, Zach Stephen, Kyle Walker, King Goodigan has been brought in already. And you want to look at Man City side and see who can come in and make those changes that Man City might need right now to end all 3 points in this match. And for me, I would say maybe Jack Grealish. As much as he hasn't shown, for me, he hasn't shown those impressive performances that we see him give while he was still at Aston Villa. Pep Guardiola has still trusted him, and the flag didn't come up for Bukayo Saka, who I thought was in an offside position, but I think the linesman just allowed the match go on and see what might happen. And but later he raised up the flag and the referee blew for an offside, which means if Bukayo Saka had attempted to beat his two markers that were on him and score a goal, it wouldn't have counted either way, because that would have been called off for an offside. So as I was saying about the players that could come in for both sides and make those changes that might suit this game either to the blue side or to the red side, for me, for Man City, is Jack Grealish. As I said, he hasn't really shown those attacking promises that he showed us while we were still at Aston Villa, but Pep Guardiola still trusts him and believes that he's one player that can come in at any given time of a match, either starting from the start of the game or even from the bench. He believes he's one guy that can come in and make changes. I also believe he's one guy that can come in and make changes for this Manchester City side. While Arsenal, who have brought in Emile Smith-Rowe already, he has Ainsley Maitland-Niles on the bench, Lokonga on the bench, Nuno Tavares on the bench, Mohamed Elneny, Cedric Soares, Nicolas Pepe. So apart from Emile Smith-Rowe, who's already on the pitch, and Man City time and again, I still don't know where this confidence comes from. I still don't understand why they just, I will call it playfully, despite being under pressure, still thinks that passing the ball to what's his name again? To their goalkeeper, what's his name? Ederson Morales, while under pressure. It's the wise thing to do, because Martinelli, only if he had gotten a good grasp of that chance right now, Arsenal should have been 2-1 up right now. Man City's defense really need to be wary of their back passes, because this is not the first or the second time that back pass has almost put them in trouble. So we are now in the on the 80th minutes of this match, and Arsenal are still staying very compact in their own box and frustrating City. ManCity are just playing as patient as possible, trying to walk the ball upfield in in their customary fashion, in their customary manner, not hitting those deep, long passes, but short, close passes, trying to beat this Arsenal defense that has gone so close and has been successful time and again to stop Manchester's players on their run. Okay, go to go and finds Johan Cancelo. Johan Cancelo with a whip in and was hoping to find Kevin De Bruyne in the Arsenal's box 10, but Arsenal defender proved equal to that and stopped that before it could do any damage for the West Londoners. Arsenal fans are very vociferous and boisterous as every incident that they think should have gone in their favor but not given by the referee is being booed, and every chance and every referee decision that goes for them is being applauded. The free kick has been given to Arsenal after a handball from Raheem Sterling while trying to control a deep flying ball to him. Ramsey is taking his time to kick this out. Less than 7 minutes to go before the final whistle will be blown. Scoreline still reads Arsenal 1, ManCity 1. Bukayo Saka is going to be substituted for Mohamed El Nene, and he is the scorer of Arsenal's lone goal in this match. The youngster has proven time and again how important he can be to this Arsenal side. And I think in a few years' time, he should be thinking about leaving this side, because if he truly wants to win trophy, Arsenal is not a team that I think he should stay with in the very long run. Yeah, so with less than 6 minutes remaining before the end of this match, if this match ends up like this, Man City will be having 51 points from 21 games and will be ahead of Chelsea, who has 42 points in 20 games, Liverpool 41 points from 19 games, and Arsenal will be having 36 points from 20 games. On almost an own goal for Tomiyasu, but Ramsdale gathered that and saved the blushes of the Japanese, because if that had gone in, that might have been goodbye Fiona, Arrivederci, and as ManCity could have been heading towards 90 minutes happy with 3 points in the bag. Riyad Mahrez with some dazzling right now, going past Tierney, but only see a shot deflected off for a corner kick. Granit Xhaka and Tierney right there. Okay, that was a deflection from Granit Xhaka. A very good defending from the Swiss. Ramsey seems to be in discomfort as I guess Ruben Diaz while trying to get his head to a ball in the Arsenal's box 10. It Ramsey in the eye and seems to be suffering a bit of a knock right now, but I think he should be able to finish this game. Less than 2 minutes to go and an extra time to come. Liverpool and Chelsea fans will be glad with how this match is going to end. But to mean ManCity dropping 2 points and Arsenal dropping 2 points, which they think will be a good chance for either of the two sides, Liverpool or Chelsea, to win tomorrow and close up the gap they currently have between themselves and ManCity. Even to the end, Arsenal fans are still sounding enthusiastic and spirited, because they have been the pushing force, I must say, for this Arsenal side today. The impressive performance that been put up by Arsenal has been has really been supported by these Arsenal fans who have tried everything from their end to push this Arsenal side, also to put this ManCity side off their will. It's been a very vociferous Arsenal fans today. Six extra minutes has been added. Six extra minutes has been added before the final whistle of this match is blown. As we wait for which side will prove to be worthy of the full 3 points from this match. City with a free kick from the right hand side of the Arsenal's half, and Tierney is a culprit right there who were trying to tackle João Cancelo, kicked the Portuguese in the leg, and the referee has called for a free kick, which will be taken by either Kevin De Bruyne or Riyad Mahrez, but I think this will be taken by Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne with square pass to João Cancelo, who could only harmlessly hit it against the body of an Arsenal defender. And the ball is rolled back to Edison Morales. João Cancelo right now with the ball. Kevin De Bruyne with a whipped cross in, and that's a goal! And this could be the winning goal for ManCity, because Rodri has just scored the second goal for ManCity. And this is what you get from a champion side. This is what you do if you are heading for the 4th Premier League title in 5 years. Yeah, ManCity has currently got their second goal, and Arsenal once again are really going to be disappointed, because time and again they've had many chances to put this game to bed, but just were not taking up their chances. But ManCity at the dead end, with just 3 minutes played in the extra 6 minutes that has been given before the end of this match, Rodri scampered and make sure that his leg got to that ball, make contact to that ball, and get the ball past the hapless Aaron Ramsdale, who has truly been impressive in this game. ManCity will be going home back to Manchester with 3 points if this match ends up like this, and for the first time Pep Guardiola is happy. And this will be the 11th straight win for ManCity if this match ends up like this. And duly so, Rodri receives a yellow card for pulling his shirt in celebration for that goal. ManCity wouldn't care, because that goal means ManCity are up for their 11th straight win this season, and will be going 54 points ahead. I'll be going 53 points ahead. 3 points ahead. 3 points ahead of Chelsea, who are in second position. This is champion stuff. This is what you get from a side that. This is what you get from a side that will be winning the years. Arsenal, for all their impressive performance in this match, will be sad that at least they can't even get 1 point. And you could want to argue that the red card to Gabriel Magalhaes is the reason for the turnaround by ManCity in the second half, because I can only imagine if that red card hadn't been given early in the second half, what this match would have turned out to be. We are right now we are into the 7th minute of the six added minutes for this match, and this could be the last meaningful incident we'll have in this game. But ManCity will recover the ball back from Arsenal and would hope to see that this game ends up like this. Granit Xhaka right now with the Botiani, whose cross could only go as far as a ManCity player, who knocked the ball out for Riyad Mahrez, who would try to waste time dancing past some Arsenal defenders, only loses the ball, and the referee still thinks this match should still continue because we are right now almost getting to the 8th minute. But ManCity might be having a third goal in this match because Riyad Mahrez, who I think should have make use of that ball and they give ManCity their third goal of the match, seems like more of a baby than a player in this match, because that's a very brilliant chance for them to get their third goal in this match. And I think the referee has given he has blown the final whistle of this match, and ManCity will be glad for the 3 points they got at the dead end of the match. And with this win, they are now 53 points. 53 points. They now have 53 points in this season, and are currently how many points ahead of their closest rival Chelsea? 11 points ahead of Chelsea in their pursuit of a 4th Premier League title this season. Manchester City 2, Arsenal 1 after goals from Riyad Mahrez via the penalty spot in 57th minute. Rodri at the dead end 90th minute, while Bukayo Saka scored Arsenal's lone goal of this match. As I say again, that red card by Gabriel Magalhaes, I would say, was the turning point for ManCity in this game. If this match had gone off 11-11 on both sides, maybe Arsenal could have gotten 1 point of this game, or the 3 points in its entirety. ManCity will be glad with how this match has finished, because it means that they are now 11 points ahead of Chelsea, and would only want to see both sides, that's Liverpool and Chelsea, play out to draw themselves, so that the gap between them and the remaining packs can only be widened. Arsenal will really be disappointed, and ManCity should really be glad, although this was a very dismal performance from them. Until next time, bye-bye.